Ink therapy, ink therapy, ink therapy, ink therapy.
What's up, therapy family? We're here for episode 5 with Bebe the Piercer. What's good, y'all? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. It's a big deal, you know. We got these podcasts. You're on episode 5.
That's that you're doing the damn thing. You're doing
Hey, it's been fun.
you're doing
It's been challenging, but, you know, like we were talking about, the hardest part is starting.
right. Everything comes with
Yeah. So now we started. So, you're a mother, newborn. How's that going?
Man, it's a job. It's the worst job I've ever had. Ever had. So that's about it. It's challenging, but I love my baby. She's great. She's a happy baby. She's not fussy or anything. She's great. It's fun. So,
What's her name?
Emery.
Emery. Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Yeah. So give the listeners or the people that are watching, you know, a little backstory about yourself.
Well, I'm born and raised in Memphis,
Hey.
town. I'm Bebe the Piercer. You can follow me on Instagram, Bebe the Piercer. I'm a piercer here at Therapy 901.
Uh-huh.
I've been here for about 2 months, 2.5 months. I love it. It's my new home. I've been doing piercings for about 5 years. I'm still gonna be 6 years in January.
Wow.
So, yep, I'm gonna celebrate my anniversary here with the family and stuff. Man, self-taught, doing piercings in Memphis. It's been an experience. It's been an experience.
I bet.
But I'm here for it, and only thing I can see is up. I'm going up.
That's the only way. We're only going up, y'all. We're only going up. And that's how you should be. Only going up, not looking back, not looking down, but up. Go all the way up. So tell me, you're a mom and a piercer. That's 2 full-time jobs. How do you balance something like that?
Man, really just leaning on my support system foremost. And then just enough like taking out time for myself, like balancing off days and work days.
Yeah.
Like when I gotta go to work, I make sure that my baby's okay first. And I'm all about work. That's really I would say that's the main part, the main most difficult part, just focusing on her and myself when it comes to work days. But all days are perfect. I mean, we get up, I do her bottle, I do some breakfast, drink a little coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, off days are cool. Off days are fine. Except for when I have like an appointment or something like that. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But work days I lean on my support system a lot for work days. Yeah, they have my back a lot for work days because work is important. They make it.
Right. Yeah. Well, what is your support system?
My mom, her dad's around. His mom and his grandma. My grandma too, but she works too.
Wow.
And my mom and dad work. So really just everybody helps us out with our system. Like they know my work days and I know their work days. So I just kind of try to
Yeah.
get in where we fit.
So a lot of time management and leaning on the support system.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And you kind of have like a daily routine.
It takes a village for sure.
So what kind of advice do you have for any of the moms that are like getting into the body art, you know?
Well, first advice is make sure it's something that you want to do.
Mhm.
Make sure it's something that you want to do. Make sure it's something that you want to stick to. Make sure it's something that you want to grow in. Because it's a difference between just doing something just to do it because you like doing it and then doing something that you want to see yourself actually growing and doing more. So I have a baby. If you're a mom out there and you have a baby and you want to actually pass down fortune, because that's what my family is about. We're about passing down fortune and not, because they don't believe that. Like, and I want to do that for my baby. Like, I do want to do piercings for a long time, but I don't see myself doing piercings for a long time. I want to be a wholesale distributor.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to sell body jewelry and gloves and stuff that we buy, the supply.
Yeah.
I want to be a wholesale distributor. So that'll be making money in my sleep. I won't have to be away from my baby. There'll be more time as a parent. So
Yeah.
that's my advice. Make sure you want to see yourself growing in it.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta grow. And I like what you're talking about, like passing down the wealth, the generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
It matters.
And, you know, even for tattooers, we're not always going to be able to tattoo. So we got to think about the future.
Mm-hmm.
You're not always going to be able to pierce. So you got to think about how you're going to build yourself as a company or a brand or a wholesale distributor.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
So You used to work at Trinkets.
I did. I did for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep, I started in COVID.
Wow.
Yep, they were open in COVID. They were open for COVID.
That's crazy. They was open during COVID?
Like a little bit after, like, I'll say probably about the end of 2020, but definitely 2020 because I know that's when I started doing piercings. So end of 2020, the beginning of 2021.
Yeah. You know, all tattoo shops are closed.
Yeah, I
But
know.
Trinkets was open. That's wow.
Yeah. But you know, in the mall.
Yeah, they in the mall. That's crazy. So they, you know, they probably just weren't getting hassled by the health department like.
Yeah, because it was the malls.
So, tell me about that experience.
Well, it was pretty rough, going in because I had never been to shop. It was my first shop. Like I said, I'm self-taught, so I've always just, doing it on my homegirls, homeboys, and stuff like that. So when I finally got in, I found the more professional side of about body piercing, the paperwork and the health department and stuff like that. I didn't really know how serious it was until I started getting in, doing it, getting like a big number of clients. Because when you're doing it on your own, like just side hustle, you just get them. But doing it all day, every day, you get a big amount of people. So just doing it like that, and I just really. It wasn't professional as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it wasn't professional as I thought it was going to be. Like, as much as I expected, being them teaching me everything on the rip and being new and fresh. So, some days go better than others, but for the most part, it was just kind of like what kind of experience would I say? It's one of those experiences where I really don't have to experience it again.
Yeah, you would never want to experience that again. So, Trinkets is a corporation. Like they have like multiple businesses, multiple locations.
I want to compare it to like a chain restaurant, like something like that.
Yeah. It's a franchise.
Franchise. Yep.
And how many people work there?
When I was working there, it was just 2 piercers there. Technically, I was and then the guy that was apprenticing me was supposedly apprenticing me. He was a tattoo artist. So it's like you didn't really have time to apprentice me. Yeah. And then like the boss would come in and do some stuff sometimes, but she didn't really do piercings, excuse me. She didn't really do piercings like that. So it's kind of like she was really showing me the correct way. I remember this one time, I'm not gonna lie, it's very stiff. Long story short, showed me how to do an industrial bar, and it just wasn't right. The girl ear was like, it was like pinched together. Like she pinched the ear together to do the piercing, and then she tried to like unpinch it when she put the bar through. And it was still pinched. You understand like this. You understand exactly what I'm saying. So yeah. And
so you're relying on them to bring clientele in. You're not really promoting yourself because you got to promote the business, right?
Right. Wow. Yeah. Everything has to have that name on it. Yeah. Everything. You couldn't say, "Hi, I'm doing this, I'm da. It's we do this. I work for Champions. We do this." Wow.
So that didn't allow you to grow your brand as a piercer at all.
Not really.
But you understood the business.
I understood the business more. For sure. And it was like, really just getting to know how I want to maneuver through business on my own. Cause it was a black-owned shop. So like here, how I feel about our shop home, I feel like we're very professional. I would take the customer encounter very serious. And just like they'll take all the health codes and all that very serious and important. And I feel like all the time there, it just wasn't. Just wasn't.
More relaxed.
Yeah, very relaxed.
Well, like you said, like they weren't really piercers, and you said one was a tattoo artist, but that wasn't really their focus.
It mainly was a tattoo shop. Yeah. And she did a lot of stuff. She did like body sculpting there, like body waxes, eyelashes, teeth whitening, tooth gels. Like it was just.
But I thought Trinkets was only supposed to be a piercing place.
I thought so too. When I first got there, I thought so too. I didn't know that they did body piercing and body waxes and body mod. They were doing body modification, like
to each their own.
To each his own.
To each their own.
I know what I was there for.
But there was another thing that you was there for. They were supposed to be apprenticing you, right?
Yeah.
So how long was you there for?
I was there for 2 years.
2 years.
Yep, I was there for 2 years, and I was supposed to go time off of my paperwork after I took the bloodborne pathogen test, but I never got to. I never got to it after I took the bloodborne pathogen. And then the list on the bloodborne pathogen wait list was so long. I had to wait like 4 months just to take the class.
That's crazy because that's other ways to get a bloodborne pathogen certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And what's wild is that you never officially had your apprenticeship license. So technically you weren't
And the appointments, right.
or work.
Right.
That's wild.
It is.
And they were telling you the whole time, I can go and get your license.
Yeah. Just take the bloodborne pathogen. So when bloodborne pathogen come up, I'm super excited. Like, I'm fucking psyched. Like, man, I can't wait. I'm gonna get my apprenticeship paperwork.
Wow. So for 2 years, they just kept you, hoping and wishing that, eventually you're going to get your license.
Yeah. Like I knew what to do or something. Like, I mean, I knew the process, but I knew that I had to have somebody that was a licensed piercer with me in the building. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you're not the first story I heard about that. Not just piercing, like tattoo artists. There is a format on how you're supposed to get your license or you're supposed to start, your apprenticeship. And it all starts with the bloodborne, and then also starts with going to the health department and getting your apprenticeship license started.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get your apprenticeship license started, that's the official start date of your apprentice.
Right.
And it normally, depending on the artist, but state law says that you have to work under somebody for a whole year that's been licensed for 3 years. And then you can get your license.
Right.
And then, you're official. You can kind of, maneuver on your own after that. But a lot of people aren't aware of that and they get misled for so long.
Yes. And that's another thing. If you're an apprentice out there and you get misled, like, only advice I can give you is, man, stay down, man. Stay down, stay positive. Know that it is somebody out there that's willing to help you. Like David, man, I was like, he was a real angel from God, y'all. Like, it was some days I wanted to quit. I'm not gonna lie. It was some days I wanted to quit. I'm like, man, forget this. Forget going legit. Like, man, just
right.
Forget
what to imagine. Like, what they do? I can only imagine.
For real.
I can only imagine being misled for 2 years and, you only get $5 a piercing and, get the vitamins kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're saying, like if anybody is like interested in getting an apprenticeship or like in an apprenticeship, they feel like something's wrong, you should definitely, go and talk to other people, other shops, other people that are in the industry, because
it's a lot of people out here. It's a lot of people out here, y'all. And it's people willing to help. Like, especially if you're serious and you got your business and you got your money and you know that you really want to do it and you want to take what it do to get to the next level, definitely stick your foot out and do it.
Yeah, you got to. So people get misled with apprenticeships. What was the final straw with that?
I ain't gonna lie, my final straw was I had to sit down with the owner and we tried to come up on an agreement on how I could finally get the apprenticeship because I guess it was like a money situation at that point, which it was because I was constantly only getting $5 a piercing and constantly not like it was wasting my time and money. And we were trying to come up to an agreement because obviously I'm not doing it right and you not doing it right. Like, I'm misleading you and I'm not spending my money right. So, okay, so she said we sat down for an agreement and it was just like the agreement was you do this amount of piercings for free and I'll give you my, I'll pay for the whole thing, just go ahead and get the whole thing. You don't got to pay $140 or none of that. Like, none of that. I'm just give it to you. And I'm like, it was just real.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was real ratchet, real bad. Like, that was the last straw. That was the last
so they
straw.
want you to work for free.
Basically, because she didn't have nobody to do it. And then she could throw other people under the bus during that conversation, during that time. It was just people that was close to me. I was losing. It was just a whole bunch going on. Like, everybody that was there at the time when we all worked at that shop, we don't work there anymore.
Right.
Nobody works there anymore. So, I mean, I respect everybody that left for sure. It's just what the type of environment that nobody wants to be in. It's not. But yeah, that was the last one.
And now look at you.
I'm better, and I'm back, and I'm thriving.
Yeah. And, you're working on your own branding, Bebe the Piercer, here at the shop, the shop is running at its own capacity, but we allow you to be your own brand and promote yourself.
I love it.
Because if you're striving, we're striving.
I know that's right.
So that's a blessing. So now you're in a whole new setup, whole new shop. And how's that going for you?
I love it. I love it here. Shout out to all my family. Lonnie, man, Max, Elton, Nisi, Edson, Juan, man, everybody. David, the whole big dog, everybody. Shout out to everybody. I love everybody. Everybody's great. Like, everybody.
Yeah.
No bad blood. None at all. It is.
That's all we want to try to provide is a unique experience. And as soon as you come in the door, everybody's feeling like they're part of the family.
Right.
So that kind of goes into the next question is like, how important is customer service to you?
Customer service is very important to me. I ain't gonna lie. I have a lot of piercings, as you can see. Yeah. And like, that's important to me. I haven't always gotten the best customer service when it came to my piercing experience. And I think that's what made me want to become a piercer. Part of it. It did. I got my first piercing when I was 15. I know it's a beginning, but I did have an adult. And yeah, I was 15 and I got my belly button pierced, and it wasn't like, for me to be a kid, it wasn't a fun, memorable experience. Right. You know what I'm saying? Especially for me to have an adult and I wasn't doing like, in a legal way or not like that. Like, I feel like the lady was kind of mean. Right. Like, she was all saying, something right. Lady right here. So I was like, no. So I feel like customer service plays a big part in the clients, like how nervous they are or how much they trust you, or even the body part that you're piercing on them. Like, if you got a stank attitude, well, I don't want to,
the body.
show you, the crazy piercing. No, that's just how I feel. It plays a really big part on them being comfortable and tipping, because it is a tipping industry, and I believe in tipping. So.
It's a service industry.
It is. And they're paying for the experience. For the most part, they're paying for the experience. So I try to give that.
That's cool. No, I can tell as soon as they walk in the door, you're very happy, very bubbly, you're there for them, and you guide them through the whole experience, and that matters.
Yes, and even just introducing my name, like, I want to bring your name. Like, when I walk in, tell me your name. Like, I'm Bebe. How nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Like, have you got this piercing before? Just small talk about it. Like, walking them through the piercing from, I'm marking you, I'm wiping you, I'm sticking you, I'm putting the ball on, all that. So, it matters. It really does.
And like you say, these people paying good money. You don't know what their budget is. You don't know what their lifestyle is. You just know that they earned this money to get this piercing or tattoo, and they are trusting you to do a good job. They could take that money anywhere else.
Yes. And this really is a therapy for some people. So for some people, they do come spend their last little, $20, $25 on something just because they were having a bad day.
Right.
So if you are spending your last $25 with me on your bad day, I want to make your bad day worth it. I want to turn it into a good day. Yeah. I want to make your 25 worth your while.
So that's what's up, and that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true. People come in here and they're penny pinching, and they scrapped up all their little change just to get that piercing that they've been wanting.
Yeah.
And you can tell after they don't got it, they leave out of here with a smile on their face,
right.
happy.
And that's what I like too. Just getting up off that table, like, oh, thank you. Yes, come back. Like, I love that. I love that. That's what you strive for. That's what I strive for.
No, it's very important. So standing out as a piercer, what do you think will make other piercers or people that are trying to get into the industry stand out?
What makes me stand out?
Will help.
Okay, I feel like what makes me stand out, like I said, I walk you through the whole process. I walk you through wiping you off, marking you up, sticking in the tube, placing the journey, putting the ball on, whole aftercare, whole 9 yards. That's what I feel like makes me different. Every piercer doesn't walk you through. Some piercers say 1, 2, 3.
Right.
I'm not believing 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it depends if you want me to say 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm just gonna show like, I agree. We're gonna go ahead and do it, and it's gonna be done. Something that'll make you stand out as a piercer. Really, just caring about your client need. Really, client care. Really, care about your client. Really, because the more you care about your client, I mean, the more they're gonna come back. More they gonna tell people how you care about them. They're gonna share it. Gonna word of mouth. You're gonna get more clients. So, and tips once again. Off tips to the industry. It's just
Service industry. But no, putting the client first.
definitely.
Putting the client first. It matters. It does matter. And, this goes back to talking about like they could go anywhere else. If they get that nice, warm experience, that's something that they want to try to experience again. And they're going to tell other people and, they're going to leave a good review. They're going to, share your Instagram or however your social media is. Like it all starts with building that, relationship with the client.
Right off the bat. That's why I said just introducing your name. Just, small talk, things like that. It helps. It works.
No, it does. It does. What do you think is some things that other piercers overlook with that?
I feel like some piercers overlook the client's fear. Like, we feel like because this is something that we do all day and we're not scared to do it, that everybody should just come in and not be scared because they're asking us to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like most piercers take that and kind of like try to like be cocky with it. Like, you coming in here to get this and you know what you paid for, da, da, da. Like, so like, it's kind of like getting on a roller coaster for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell not gonna be scared? Like, we can get on the roller coaster 30 times. Each time we get back in line, it's gonna be a little different this time. Like, y'all ready? Y'all ready?
No, that's true.
So, like, it's like that. So, I just feel like more piercers need to be more lenient with their clients about fear, because some people do. So one piercer took me almost. Longest piercing probably was about, I would say 15 minutes. That's a long time. That's because she was like, okay, let me get myself together.
Yeah.
Right? And then she couldn't get herself together. Then she had to go pee. Then she had to do this water. Like,
yeah.
It's like that sometimes, but it's okay because somebody's in the rush.
No.
Like,
no. We're on their time. They're paying for it. I do like to be a little bit like encouraging. I feel like if the client sees you like you're nervous or that you don't feel confident or that you're not like, just supporting them enough to like give them that boost. Like, yo, you can do this. You got this.
Yes.
Don't worry. Like, it's going to be quick and easy. Like, I feel like they need that.
That's true. They do.
And sometimes they need to be taught as well. Like, okay, I know you're fearful. I know you're scared, but you're really working yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're working yourself up so much more than what this piercing is actually going to take.
Yes.
And, sometimes it be the friends on the side.
Yeah, you step out.
Yeah. But no, I get that. We're here for them. But, it'd be a lot of outside things that I feel like they really lean on us as a piercer or us as a tattoo artist to guide them through this experience.
And that's true too.
And we got to be like motivational coaches to them. Well, you got this.
That's true. That's true. You do gotta do that sometimes, and it does take that. Like, it take a strong heart piercer, because, like I said, a lot of piercers just don't care to do that. Like, that one piercer when I was 15, I'll never forget. Like, that lady was so mean, and then it was like an older lady. It was like in South Alabama. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, I understand that though. We gotta recognize that they're not around us all the time, and that is important. And we can't take that for granted that like we do this all the time. But that's another thing that I'm starting to realize too, is that like we should be very proud of what we do, because not everybody is capable of doing this. And being a piercer or being a tattoo artist, it's something a lot of people wish they could do.
I do.
It's like one of the dream jobs.
Yeah, I get that a lot. A lot. And it's like sometimes I don't understand, because in a way I just feel like I don't feel like piercing is something that I want to do just out the blue. Like I said, it's been kind of I'm 24. I started when I was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
So like just getting piercing experience, period. Like just going to get them on my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, came a long way.
But you know, you stepping on faith because you're an entrepreneur. The more you know that you think about it, because you know you work for the shop, but you're your own boss as well, and you don't have like a guaranteed 9 to 5 check. You're not getting paid out. So like it's slow, it's slow.
Yeah.
It's good, it's good.
Yeah.
You gotta manage your own money.
That's true.
But the thing about it is, and I tell this to anybody, like there really is no ceiling. You push this as much as you could possibly push this.
That's it. All in the way is up.
Yeah,
It might,
you know, you set your limits, but I'm not trying to have no limits to myself. Like I'm trying to push this as much as I possibly can because this is my bread and butter.
same, man. That's why
You
it's
got an
so
opposite.
good. Right. That's why it's so good to have people like that around you. Like it's really good to have people that's on the same type of energy like around you that want you to go up, that only see good. Like, want me to be the next 2026 best piercer?
Oh, best piercer.
I promise. It's gonna happen. Like it's gonna happen. Like
I think that into existence.
it has to. It has to. All I see is good. So
Yeah.
that's definitely the best part about it. But you gotta be willing to hold.
And you gotta push yourself. And there's a lot of work into it.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
gotta
lot.
be able to take corrective criticism for sure, because this is definitely a corrective criticism industry. Like you gotta need and being an apprentice, period. You know, you just want to be able to listen to advice for sure for all the apprentices out there. Because sometimes it do get rough, and sometimes it do get frustrating learning new things or trying to perfect a thing that you already do know how to do. So
Yeah. You know, the criticism is just constructive, but a lot of people look at the criticism and, oh, you talking shit about, you know, and it's not that. That's one of the hardest things as a mentor is that, like, I have to find that balance around. It's not like constant criticizing people, but it's like you're trying to build people up. You're trying to encourage them to, like, okay, this is one way to look at it, but there's another way. And it is hard to like adjust.
yeah,
It is hard to pivot.
yeah.
If you've been doing something for so long, you know, you think you got it.
But you as the apprentice, you just gotta be always willing to be open to learn new things.
Yeah.
Okay, and trying new things. And I feel like if you are like, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. But if this one teacher told me, I'm only gonna say something if I know that you can do it and I know that you're good at it. If I feel like you some shit, I'm not gonna say nothing to you. So I feel like if you acknowledge me enough to correct me on something, that means that you got faith in me, you know that I can do it.
Right.
And I'm, you know what I'm saying, like this. So I believe in it too. If you
No,
saying
that's
something,
true.
you care.
Yeah, that's true. You know, after a certain point, you know, a mentor can only say the same thing over and over and over.
Yep.
And then, like, if you feel like that mentor is starting to shut down from you, then there must be a breach in like the understanding of, okay, you're not understanding of what that mentor is trying to get across from you. And yeah, but I feel the same way as like, if I'm still constantly trying to like work with you, then that means I care.
Yeah, you do.
You do. If I start to pull back, then it's just like, you know, I'm starting to lose hope. But it's not like I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. But like everybody has like a certain threshold. Like only a certain person can constantly say the same thing over and over.
Right.
And after a certain point, it's just like you got to realize maybe this person or this apprenticeship might not be the best relationship.
Right. And that's for anything in life. Apprenticeship, relationship, mothership, friendship, anything. Like anything.
Yeah. So anything like that, you got to realize, well, maybe this ain't it.
Right. You gotta know
Next one more time.
you gotta know what's for you. And you gotta be serious about what's for you. That's another thing. So
No, that's true. That's true. So for anybody that's interested in becoming a piercer, what's the best way for them to start?
if you're interested in becoming a piercer, I would say do your research. Start first with research. Basically when I say research, like where you can do it, how you can learn, like the health guidelines, like the gauges, like the actual, like the anatomy of the body, all the book smart stuff, all the book stuff. None of that cool stuff like body jury and all that.
Right.
But definitely all the research and find you somebody that can teach you. If me personally, I'm self-taught, but find you somebody that can teach you for sure. That you so you can see it, so you can see somebody do it. Everybody not a visual.
Right.
Some people are different type of learners, but I say go based on whatever type of learner you are, and go from there for sure. But definitely, it's a hands-on experience. I feel like you won't learn that well from just watching a bunch of videos. Because I tried that way.
Yeah. How did that go?
It was cool. I learned from this one older guy on YouTube. He had like a little YouTube piercing university. So it was like piercing 1-on-1. So it's like different episode every day kind of type thing.
I watched that, dude. I think I know you talking.
He's old. He's been doing it for a long time, like 19.
Really, really detailed on how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, some of the videos work. And like you say, like, you can watch YouTube University, and, some of them you can, but then some of them that you can't watch a video.
Yeah, you can. You have to get the experience through hands-on. And then repetition is you learn everything by repetition. It takes a human 21 days to inherit a trait, guys.
There you go.
Learn it from Google research.
That's true.
Yes, it is. Repetition is important. So.
And that's the importance of like having an apprenticeship or working at a spot, where there's like more opportunities to constantly do it so you can get
Right.
So yeah, that's a good way for like somebody that's interested, And I feel like what we were talking about before is that like some people like think that piercing is the most like awesome job ever, but they've never done a piercing. And then once they do a piercing, they realize that they don't like blood.
Yeah, that's weird, right? That's weird. Like, what did you think? What did you think it was gonna be? That's true.
And it could be a lot of blood.
It can. And then it's like sometimes you can do a piercing and you won't think it'll bleed at all, and that'll be one of the bleed.
Exactly.
It'll bleed a lot. Like it could be the most basic piercing, like a lobe will bleed on you. Like,
And keep going.
and keep going, and it will. So it's just like, yeah, they gotta be something you can be able to like control, like be able to obtain.
Yeah, you can't get woozy or sick.
Yeah.
If you have problems with that.
I've never had problems with that. See, I'm a dental assistant, so so that's kind of like, I don't know. I just think it's in me, y'all. That ain't on me.
There you go. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I say, it's not for everybody. It's not. Well, what would you say for anybody that's struggling on possibly giving up on their journey?
Once again, don't give up. Make sure that this is something that you want to do, and you got to strive to the end. Like, you got to see it through, my boy.
Don't give up.
I'm from Memphis. You got to see it through. You have to see it through, and always expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
Always expect the unexpected. Like, just be positive about everything in your career. Like, people don't see the piercing industry as a career. This is my career. Like, it's like I said, I got to feed my child off this. I want to pass her down fortune through this. Like, I don't want to it's not something I'm just doing. Like, it's my life. So, just see it through to the end. Don't give up. Like, make sure that it's in your heart and not just on your mind. For sure.
Yeah.
You can make
Definitely make it. Just don't give up.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bebe, so much for being a part
Of
of this session.
course. Thanks for having me.
And thank y'all for tuning into the therapy session. This is about art, healing, and the hustle. If you're interested in free game, be sure to subscribe. And if you know anybody that needs therapy, please share it. Peace.